this class today will be all about inversions, preparation for inversions. However, before we start, I'd like to say a few very important things. Do not attempt any inversions if you suffer from high blood pressure. Build upper body strength, shoulder strength, arm strength, again, before you attempt this particular class. And before you attempt this class, please, you must have had a certain amount of practice with inversions. Inversions, you're going to look at them in a different light as to body alignment, where your arms need to be placed, which areas of the body is holding you up, and wiser to have some previous experience with inversions rather than starting off new for this class. So let's begin with some preparatory work for upper body. I have a strap here that I'm going to use. It's already been looped. Yeah. So you measure from outer shoulder to outer shoulder. Here you can see it's a bit wider than my shoulders. So I'm going to tighten and shorten the strap a little bit. Yeah. And again, I check that it's from my outer shoulder to the other shoulder. Okay. And be prepared for Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay, that's a great help for upper body work and strengthening of the upper arms. So you place it around your elbows, yeah, just tiny bit above the elbows. So it's not going onto the elbows or to your upper arms, but it's tiny bit above the elbows. You will place the strap, keep the buckle off your flesh, yeah, so it doesn't pinch any part of your skin. So now when you see I'm stretching the strap and pressing my upper arms into the strap, and the outer elbow is in line with the outer shoulder, and place your hands flat. You lift your shoulders up, lengthen your forearm down, and lift your upper arm up. Yeah, so this is your grounding to lift up. Then your knees up, hips up. More, if you can walk in further, you walk in. Yeah, so all your weight is being brought towards your arms. Stay here, not dropping the shoulders, lifting the shoulders, lifting your hips. Stay for about 5-6 breaths. You go down and you repeat again. So again, you lengthen your forearm, lift your upper arm, take the shoulder tops away from your neck, and lift your knees and hips up, and resist with the head going down to the mat. You keep pulling the head away from the floor, lift your knees and hips. If you can come on the tips of your toes, you lift and come all the way to the tips of your toes. Here you go down, rest, and repeat. You will feel the upper body and your upper arms working. Again, lengthening the forearms, lifting the upper arms, shoulders, knees up, hips up, walk in, roll the hips up, come on the tips of the toes. Stay here, and then you go down. Now, Chaturanga Dandasana. So you have your hands under your shoulders. Again, watch your outer wrist and your outer shoulder in line. You move your knees back. You come forward. Yeah, without dropping the hips. Hips stay up. You move your chest forward, bend your elbows, and take them to the side of your chest. And then push into the legs. So you're coming into Chaturanga Dandasana. What the strap is teaching you is where to hold up from. Press into the hands, into the feet, stay. And then knees down, stretch your arms up, and stretch back. So that was Chaturanga Dandasana. We'll do Chaturanga Dandasana from Ardha Mukha Svanasana, because Ardha Mukha Svanasana is also a great preparation for inversions. So you shift your weight back, you lift your knees up, hips up. Yeah, see that the strap is tight. Maybe you need to separate the arms a little bit. Lift up, lengthen up. And now you proceed into Chaturanga Dandasana. So you're shifting body weight from the back to the front. Chest comes in between the hands. At this moment, you have to bend your elbows. Bend your elbows and come down. Yeah, the strap will hold you up. Look in front. And then if you can, you push back up and lift your hips up. Should we do 2 more of this? Yeah, strong through the arms, lifting the upper arms, look in front, bend your elbows, elbows tucked to the side, knees and thighs firm. And you push back up and go up. Now the other option is, if you cannot push back up, go down, put your knees down, and then elbows down. So this is an easier option, and you push back and sit back. Okay? Although in the Iyengar system, Sarvangasana, which is the shoulder stand, is followed by the Shirshasana, which is the headstand, you have to learn Sarvangasana first and then Shirshasana. So I'll begin by doing Sarvangasana, for which you're going to need 2 blankets. Yes, you spread the blanket out. Make sure it's leveled and not lumpy. Also, the blankets have to be spread out enough. You don't want to have a narrow blanket space. You need it wide. Again, you'll need this strap, which you've already measured. Yeah? And you place the strap in the back, like this. Now the arms go to the back. And the strap, same spot, just above the elbows, it goes there. Okay? You keep it there. So what it's doing for you is keeping your shoulders back, yeah, already initiating your movement. Then you lie back. Your neck and head will be completely off the blanket, okay? But your shoulders have to stay on the blanket. Now, a couple of things, yeah, is to move the hips up and take your legs back into halasana. If halasana, you cannot move your hips up and back, yeah, you come down. Oh, well, you can't go up, so you stay down. You put a brick under your bottom like this. So already it lifts your bottom, okay? And that makes it easier for your legs to go back. Okay, over here, you place your hands on your back. As you place your hands on the back, you roll your upper arms from the inside out, lengthen your upper arm, and then raise one leg up and then the other leg up. Place your hands into your back, move your back in. Now what the strap does for you is does not allow your elbows to spread out. Yeah, it keeps the elbows in line with your shoulders, yeah, which is the right alignment. Now be firm through the legs, from the hips to the heels, lengthen up, lengthen upper arm. So you can stay in this for 5 minutes or less, just to get the feel of how it is to lift the back, the legs, and be in an inverted position. Okay. To come down, you bend your legs, pull your knees into the chest, take your feet down, remove the strap, and then pull your knees in, lift your head, and slowly come down. Okay? Now we do headstand or Shirshasana. So I'll remove the top blanket. Just need one blanket. Yeah, this is for more experienced students, who have already been practicing Shirshasana or who are in a regular habit of practicing it. However, there are a few refined things So the strap will go, again, in that same spot right above the elbows. Okay? Do not put the buckle on your skin. Yeah? It'll pinch your skin. Keep it off. Keep the extra length of the strap away. You put your elbows down. So now you have the right distance, the right alignment for your shoulders and your arms, which is your shoulder width. Yeah? So it's not splayed out too wide or it's not too narrow. Why? Is to keep the space around your neck long and your shoulders open. Place your wrists down, interlock your fingers, keep your thumbs up. So the interlock is firm. Yeah, this interlock has to be firm and strong. Now when I raise my arms up, outer shoulder, outer elbow in line, up like this. Same thing stays down. Now lengthening the forearm, lifting the upper arm, you lift your knees, what you did in the beginning, in the preparatory work. Then you release your crown of the head down, the interlock fingers touch the back of your head. Chin goes in line with the chest. You walk your feet in, pull your knees into the chest, and open the knees, and then lengthen the legs up. Now, what's collapsing are the shoulders. So move your upper arms away from the forearms, upper arms away from the forearms, and lengthen hips into heel. So it's if you were to draw outer lines of your body and then have an imaginary line running through the center of your body, you're squeezing the outer lines towards the inner line. So there's a firmness running through the center of your body. You stay. Yeah, there should be no pressure felt on the neck. This is headstand. You will feel a certain pressure under your head. Yeah, but the base is broad. You have your forearms, upper arms, head, and shoulders. Okay? Now to come down, pull your knees in, lower the feet, and then lower the head. So this is for somebody who can already balance and can do it in the free without any support. But for somebody who needs support, we'll move it to the wall. So I take the blanket to the wall. Same thing, you put the strap. Now the interlock has to touch the wall. So the interlock of your fingers will touch the wall. Lift your knees, rest the back of your head into the wall. Take one leg up, other leg up. Yeah, it has to be done smoothly. So there's no jumping with the legs. Yeah? At the moment, my hips are resting, my heels are resting. And then this is collapsed shoulders. And then there's a lot of pressure on your neck. You feel the difference in my voice. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here. So the minute I lift my shoulders up, take my upper arms away from my forearms, yeah, I'm back to normal. Now move your hips away from the wall. So if you're trying to learn how to balance, you can then take one leg away from the wall and see if you can stabilize and be steady here. And then you try the other leg away from the wall and try to stabilize. And slowly then you take both feet away from the wall and see if you can. So you have a wall. In case you lose your balance, you go back to the wall. To come down, try again to do it very smoothly. So you lower one leg and then the other leg and come down. Or pull the knees into your body and then come down. And then you stay down. And up. So the important bit about Shirshasana is your shoulder work. Yeah, maximum injuries are caused in inversions if done incorrectly. So please, you must have the right movement in the shoulders. Yeah, so your shoulder tops are pulling down, your upper arms are working, so then the neck is safe. That is one area that has to be kept safe. Yeah, so to protect your neck and get the benefit of Shirshasana, yeah, the alignment of your arms and your upper body is essential. So bearing that in mind, we move into Pincha Mayurasana. Yeah, Pincha Mayurasana, it's a similar action like in Shirshasana, but it's a little bit more challenging because your head goes off the floor. So for which I need a brick and my friendly strap. Okay, I insist on using the strap because invariably as you go up, you cannot see where your elbows are. So this helps you keep the elbows in the same, both elbows in the same alignment. So not that one elbow is further out and one elbow is in. Yeah, so it keeps you compact and where they need to be. Now, same action like in Shirshasana, forearm long, upper arm long. You grip the block. This particular one is for people who have been practicing Pincha Mayurasana, yeah, and are able to do it free away from the wall. Do not attempt it, yeah, please, if you cannot do it free. So yeah, I grip the block, lengthen the forearm, upper arm. Now I'm looking towards the block as I walk my legs in. Yeah, you take one leg up and then the other leg up. I rest my head on the block for a bit, yeah, to give me some energy, and then push away from the block. And to come down, one leg and then the other leg. And drop your knees down and go down. So for somebody who doesn't need, this is again for somebody who does not need wall support. But if you need the wall support, you go to the wall. You take the blanket, you take your brick, and the same position of the arms. You hold the brick in between your hands, lengthen forearm, lift upper arm, look at the block, and then one leg up, other leg up. Yeah, the important bit here is to lift upwards and not bend backwards. It's a lifting action and not a throwing back action. Lifting of the legs from the hips to the heels, yeah, lengthening of your side trunk, lifting of your shoulders. Okay. To come down, yeah, you can either pull one knee in, and down. And you stay down. And come up. So far we've covered Sarvangasana, that's the shoulder stand, Shirshasana, that's the headstand, and Pincha Mayurasana, that's the peacock pose. I'd like to finish with a full arm balance, or what we call Adhumukha Vrukshasana. So let's move all of this away from here. First we start with the easier version of a full arm balance, which is not a full arm balance, but it's a half full arm balance. So you rest your feet into the wall. So as you can see, my feet are completely into the wall. Yeah, you sit back. You can have the strap. It helps, it keeps your arms aligned. Same spot, yeah, just above the elbows. You come up on hands and knees. You can begin with your hands not directly under your shoulders, but a little bit away from your shoulders. Pull your shoulder tops away from the neck, press your upper arms into the strap. You lift your knees and hips up. You continue lifting and walk your feet up on the wall. Okay, you stay here. Now, see that you're not pushing down the lumbar spine up, thighs firmly up and back, and press into your heels. Okay. Stay here. Release the neck and head. And you walk down. Ardha Mukha Vrikshasana, or the full arm balance, needs a lot of practice. So you have to make sure that you have enough upper body strength to attempt this. Again, now I repeat it with the hands directly under my shoulders. Yeah, so I see my outer wrist, outer shoulder in line. Yeah, my wrist and shoulders are lined up, shoulder tops away from the neck. Look in front, lift your knees up, and then walk your feet up. This is slightly harder than if you can really walk your legs straighter. Yeah? Otherwise, you separate the legs, press into your thighs, and release the head. And then you come down, and you sit back. Now I'll show you the pose, how you can do it the right pose against the wall. As you turn around, face the wall. Put your hands down. Your hands, again, shoulder width, not too close to the wall. Your hands have to be about 6 inches away from the wall. Yeah, be firm in the arms. So first is a beginner position of getting into Ardha Mukha Vrikshasana. You do like a runner's start. Yeah, so one leg is bent, one leg is in the back. So you get this swinging motion in the legs that helps you push one leg up, followed by the other leg. Okay. And then you come down and you try the other side. So you may see that you have to balance both sides. One leg is in the back, one leg in front, movement, and swing up. Yeah, so all your energy is being pulled up from your hands into your feet, long. Relax your neck and head. And then you come down. Another way you could do is use the bolster, because if you do collapse a lot in your shoulders, then you can have a bolster to the wall, hands to the side of the bolster, your head resting into the bolster. So this is for more advanced students who'd like to then come in with both legs and not jump just one leg up. You come in. Yeah, and you spring. Yeah, you have a springing action through the legs as you ready yourself. And then I come down. Stay down. Students who've been practicing Ardha Mukha Vrikshasana or are comfortable doing Ardha Mukha Vrikshasana, they can now try jumping up with both feet. Yes, what I just showed was one leg action. Now you can do with the both legs and taking simultaneously both legs up. So this is how you proceed. You place your hands, again, shoulder width, knees up. For both leg action, yeah, in the preparatory work, I did show that how you can walk and come to the tips of your toes. So if you can come to the tips of your toes, that means you're able to lift your abdominals and your glutes and your hips up to take you up. Then you bend your legs here. Without bending the arms, you push the feet up. Lengthen through the legs. Yeah, from your wrist into the shoulder. Lengthen up, lengthen up. And then you can try balancing one leg away from the wall, other leg away from the wall. Get your back of your head to rest into the wall, and then lift up and try to balance without the wall. But the back of your head rests, and then slowly come down. Bend your knees, go down, and sit back on your heels. To come up, if you felt your wrist, just bend the other way. Stay like this. But before I end the class, again, I'd like to repeat a few important things. If you have your, for women, if you have your monthly period, stay away from inversions. If you suffer from high blood pressure, please do not do any inversions, or consult the doctor before you attempt any, and develop your upper body strength to attempt the intermediate level. Thank you.